Hello, my name is Muhammad Riman bin Azhar, number matrix 23 DLS20 F1079. I'm from DLS4B. Today I will explain about demonstrate industrial action in organization. Definition of industrial action in organization is a temporary show of dissatisfaction by employees to protest against bad working conditions or low pay. It helps to increasing bargaining power with the employer and intended to force the employer to improve them by reducing productivity in a workplace. Industrial action is usually organized by trade unions or other organized labor, most commonly when employees are forced out of work due to contract termination and without reaching an agreement with the employer. This form of communication tends to be their only means to voice their concerns about safety and benefits. Next is the type of industrial action. First is picketing, second is strike, and lastly lockout. Next, I will describe industrial action in organization. Industrial action is usually a last option by employees who feel their opinions and views have not been taken into consideration by the organization management or owners. The aim of industrial action is to put pressure on managers to negotiate and agree to workers' demands. After that, impact of industrial action. It is important to ensure that your employees are motivated. When employees are unhappy with their working conditions or are demotivated, this could lead to industrial action. Industrial action can have a big impact on an organization in terms of their success, productivity, and reputation. First is success. When employees refusing to do overtime, it may lead to deadlines not being met. Next is productivity. When the employees refuse to go to work, production within the organization will stop, which could lead to organization being unable to fulfill orders or meet customer demand. Lastly, reputation. Picket lines outside an organization can lead to a poor image and a fall in share price due to the poor reputation of the organization.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Jazima Adilina binti Zanal Hatif. My matrix number is 23 DLS20 F1017 and I'm from class DLS4B. The first method of industrial action is picket. Picketing is a form of protest in which people gather outside of a company or organization to raise awareness about a problem, usually a labor dispute, and convince employees or customers to stop from working or doing business with the company. Picketing allows picketers to alert the public about the strike, spread information about the disagreement, and relay facts about their side of the conflict. Picketers usually hold signs with statements expressing their dissatisfaction. As an activity of freedom of speech, picketing is constitutionally protected. Picketing, on the other hand, is subject to reasonable regulation. Picketing location, for example, may be regulated as an unfair labor practice, or a corporation may be able to get an injunction to prevent picketing from causing irreparable harm, which result in intimidation, obstruction to the approach to the place of work or the exit therefrom, or a breach of the peace.
The right to peaceful picketing at one's own place of work is recognized in the Trade Union and Labour Relations Constitution Act 1992. You can lawfully join a picket line as long as the picketing is first connected to a trade dispute which you are involved in, second carry out at or near your own workplace, and third carry out peacefully. It is not lawful if it has not first been authorized by a ballot of the union involved, and if the reason for the action is because the employee involved is employing a non-union employee. Secondary picketing. Picketing other people's place of work is a severe offense under the Act. In particular, so-called flying pickets, who join a picket line although they are neither employees of the organization being picketed nor union representative of employee, have no immunity from civil action.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Aisyah binti Ibrahim. My matric number is 23DLS20F1025. I'm from DLS4B. So today I'm going to explain second method of industrial action, that is strike. What is strike? Strike can be defined as a curtailment of work due to the collective refusal of workers to work, which occurs as a response to employee grievances. It involves dropping out of work by any number of workers employed in a particular industry with an aim of creating pressure on employers to accept their demands relating to pay scale, work condition, trade practice, and so forth. A strike also can be referred to a situation in which the workers act in concert for stopping and denying to resume work. The relationship between employer and employee continue exist though in a state of hostile suspensions. Next, causes of strike. First, dispute relating to minimum wages. Second, salary and incentive issue. Number 3, increment is not up to the performance. Number 4, dissatisfaction with the policy of the company. Number 5, hours of work and interval timings. Number 6, holidays and leave with pay. Number 7, bonus, provident fund and gratuity. Number 8, withdrawal of any facility or allowance. And lastly, wrongful dismissal of workmen. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Takifah Husna binti Muhammad Zain with my matric number 23DLS20F1029. Have a few types of strike, which is economic strike. Most of the strike of workers are for more facilities and increase in wage levels. In economic strike, the laborers demand increase in wages, travelling allowance, house rent allowance, illness allowance, and other facilities such as increase in privilege leave and casual leave. General strike. It means a strike by members of all or most of the unions in a region or an industry. It may be a strike of the workers in a particular region of industry to force demands common to all the workers. It may also be an extension of the strike to express generalized protest by the workers. Stay in strike. In this case, workers do not absent themselves from their place of work when they are on strike. They keep control over production facilities but do not work. Such a strike is also known as pen down or tool down strike. Slow down strike. Employees remain on their jobs under this type of strike. They do not stop work but restrict the rate of output in an organized manner. They adopt go-slow tactics to put pressure on the employers. Sympathetic strike. When workers of one unit or industry go on strike in sympathy with workers of another unit or industry who are already on strike, it is called a sympathetic strike. The workers of sugar industry may go on strike in sympathy with their fellow workers of the textile industry who may already be on strike. Boycott strike. The workers may decide to boycott the company in two ways. Firstly, by not using its products, and secondly, by making an appeal to the public in general. In the former case, the boycott is known as primary and in the latter secondary. It is a coercive method whereby the management is forced to accept their demands. Picketing strike. When workers are dissuaded from work by stationing certain men at the factory gates, such a step is known as picketing. If picketing does not involve any violence, it is perfectly legal. Garau. Kra is a Hindi word which means to encircle. The workers may grow the members of the management by blocking their exit and forcing them to stay inside their cabins. The main object of Kra is to inflict physical and mental torture to the person. Employers steal the demands of workers are made, and these weapons disturb the industrial peace to a great extent.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Sharmi Alia binti Muhammad Sabri. My metric number is 23 DLS20F1073, and today I would like to talk about a lockout. What is lockout? Lockout is actually a work stoppage or a denial of employment intended by the management of a company during a labor dispute. In the contrast to a strike, in which employers refuse to work, a lockout is actually intended by employers or industry owners. This tactic of withholding employment typically used by the employers to hinder union organizations or to gain more leverage in labor disputes. This is often accomplished by literally locking employers out of the workplace. As for the example, in the United States, lockouts become a common tactic by employers in the 80s and 90s, when millions of civil and leaders miners in Nevada, Colorado, Idaho, and Utah were fighting for 8 hours per day and higher pay per day. During this period, the lockout was also used against the Knights of Labor, which is KOL, in industries that include meat packing, cigar making, knitting, and laundering. In fact, the lockout strategy was central to the coal's demise. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera. My name is Susilawati binti Saniman, metric number 23 DLS20F1021. I'm from class DLS4B. So, I will continue with the second example of lockout. Lockout can lead to the permanent replacement of striking workers. This tactic gained national recognition United States in 1981 during a strike by the Professional Air Traffic Controllers Union PATCO for better hours and improved working conditions. Not only that, a lockout can be used to force unionized workers to accept change conditions such as lower wages, promotion conditions, work hours, and so on. Example like if union is asking for higher wages, better benefits, an employer may use the threat of lockout or an actual lockout to convince the union back down. So, for the next point is, the highly skilled air traffic controllers believe they could not be replaced. And the last one is the success of this strategy lead other employers to use the lockout as a tool against labor strike. So that's all from me. Thank you.